Hey, how's it going, mates? This is me, John Kosmarski. I'm doing just a simple day journey today, recording of my day. It was a really productive day. I called this day journey MDs and Attorneys, or Medicine and Law, because I encountered medicine and law. Now, just before you start making assumptions or doing anything silly with your brain, let me just say that the legal things were purely observational. I went to the courthouse today in Niles as a visitor, as an observer. I've been a resident of Niles for the past 4 years or so, and have never seen the courthouse. I just wanted to see it, and I was able to attend some arraignments, and it was really interesting. So, but it's funny that I called it MDs and Attorneys, because I technically never saw an MD. I saw a practicing nurse doctor and a public defender and a judge, but not really an attorney. I guess you could call the public defender an attorney, but it rhymed, MDs and attorneys, so that's why I called this day journey. Well, it's the last day of January. Today was a really good day. Did my morning routine, mild jog, stretches, video recording, which happened to be Showerside Chats number 16, cleaned my home office, showered, etc. Then drove to Eau Claire for an annual physical. The doc, although female, insists on being called Dr. Michael, which is her first name. She's a practicing nurse. I think that's her title. She's a good doctor, though. I really like her. I saw her a year ago for a physical, and a complication was having digestively. Yes, that was unpleasant. I guess I could go into those details. I had a thrombosed hemorrhoid. It was the first time I ever had surgery, and this was a year ago. In January of 2017. So I had to have a doctor take a scalpel to my butt. It was heinously embarrassing and unpleasant. But that was 2017. Today, this year is 2018. Good times. Let's see. So the doc, yeah, right. Her practicing nurse said I was the king of health. Somehow I got the reputation of being the king of health, which was an admirable compliment. I dismissed that, saying something like, I don't think attributing royalty to someone simply because they do a morning run every day, and every day, I mean every day, and is healthy is warranted. Besides, I smoke too. But I was very appreciative and felt good hearing that Dr. Michael said I was in tip-top shape. I weighed 160, which is about 6 pounds more than I weighed a month ago. I don't own a scale and never will. It's self-defeating and can become obsessive to weigh yourself too frequently. But I'd like to be between 150 and 160, so was satisfied with that. Then, to the trip to the South County Courthouse. Oh my gosh, this was so serious. Just to be clear, I was a visitor, an observer. I didn't have any business at the courthouse. I just thought, hey, I've been a resident for Niles for 4 years. I'd like to see what the courthouse looks like. I won't go into too much detail, but I was there for an hour and 45 minutes. I saw about 4 video distant arraignments, and then 2 arraignments of people who were actually in the courthouse. Where the judge was a very assertive and fast-operating man. I said to the bailiff or the courtroom assistant person after the arraignments that Desada, I think that was his name, is very assertive. And this was slightly scary because when I said that Asada was assertive, the guy was like, what did you call him? Or what did you say? And he acted alert or something, or defending their mode. And I was like, assertive. I called him assertive. And he was like, yeah, he's one of the fast ones. And I don't know what he thought I said, but I have a lot of respect for the honorable judge. I can't think of anything more. That's one of the most serious professions in the world, being a judge. Like, seriously, wow. Anyways, I felt it was a genuine privilege to be able to attend the arraignments. It was a beautiful courthouse for sure, very clean, and get this, it was so serious I completely had zero urge to have a cigarette the entire time. Anyways, about the defendants. I think nearly every single one was drug-related. I hadn't realized how severe the drug problem was in Niles. A bit alarming. It was serious, though. Decisions were being made and their bail or no bail bond was being defined. Some requested a court-appointed judge, and that was denied at times and acquiesced at other times. Basically, I saw a bunch of people whom had made very unwise decisions and were facing the ramifications of them. The police officer operating the medical detector was named Justin. I liked him, so we chatted a bit about my minimalism book and other things. He was a really interesting police officer. He was younger. He looked a lot younger than me, but he's really sharp and he looked cool. There were two people there in person. One was a woman who missed her court appearance and was detained for doing so. She missed her court appearance and she was sent to prison. That today, I was sort of like, whoa, it was very serious. I'm not doubting the judge's decision. It probably was a good decision. It was just, wow, a lot of things happened really quickly. Finally, there was a young man in person who was being indicted for operating a vehicle while on LSD. Surprisingly, and unlike all the other people who pleaded not guilty, he pleaded guilty. He was on parole, and the plea was likely a complicated decision involving the details of the parole. Now, that was the only man who had a public... Well, that was the only in-person man who had a public defender whom I met before I went to court. Sanford. Mr. Sanford. I met him at his public defender office in the South County Courthouse building and asked something about acquiring a public defender, and he affirmed that he only appointed criminal trials, not civil trials. Which makes sense. Anyways, he was very competent and quite good, just like Honorable Judge DeSanto. I wanted to see more progress on that adjudication, but I had already been there an hour 45, and there was a lot of waiting, and I had to go. It was very well run, clean courthouse. Cool. I like Niles. Good times. Ooh, that's awesome. Then I went to the library, and this was great. I printed out my 5 Heroes poster. I'll get that. Hold on one second. So here's the poster I printed out. I'm going to put this on my wall. This is my 5 heroes. We've got, in order of birth, Gandhi, then Jack London, and Sherlock Holmes is fictional, but he first appeared in 1887, so that's his birth date in one of Doyle's books, his first book. Then we got Richard Feynman and finally Thich Nhat Hanh. They're all heroes of mine. Ooh, I love these guys. So I printed that out in color at the library, which felt great. Now, one thing I did observe, at least on a Wednesday in January, was that there was heaps of waiting in the medical and judicial careers. My doctor was 1.5 hours late in seeing me, and there was some waiting in the courtroom. However, I think those professions become very timely and very on time with more urgent situations. True. So thanks for watching, mates. Have a great day. Ooh, that's awesome.